Well, that was unexpected, wasn't it? John Cena has turned heel and joined The Rock and Travis Scott following his victory at Elimination Chamber 2025. He has turned heel for the first time since November 2003. And what a night of pro wrestling Elimination Chamber was. A phenomenal show from top to bottom. That unsanctioned match was fantastic. But what we are here to talk about is that one of the most shocking and incredible moments in the history of professional wrestling, as John Cena has sold his soul to The Rock and turned heel. Something we never thought we would ever see. Something that we thought it was too late for it to happen. And Cena now goes into his farewell year as a heel. He now goes into his final WrestleMania match as a bad guy. Where do we go? He faces Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Championship. Now, there's a lot of different ways that they could have done this segment, and when we found out that it was main eventing, we were all in the chat I was in with fellow YouTuber Jack Patient and a couple other friends. We were all thinking, like, Dwayne's ego has gotten in the way, it wasn't going to be very good. And I mean, what a segment, from Cody telling The Rock to go fuck himself, and then Cena embracing Cody, and then that little neck swipe and the Cena heel turn. It is very clear that we're going to get like a kind of a Hollywood Cena, which is something that has obviously been alluded to the past few years. You know, Randy has made allusions to it, Bray Wyatt made allusions to it, AJ Styles made allusions to it, The Miz made allusions to it, but this is the first time that we're actually going to see it. And it does intrigue me with where we go here, because he surely won't go into his last match being a heel, because nobody will boo him. So surely now they're going to turn him heel for this match at Mania, probably keep him heel up until the summer, and then keep him face again. But the question now is that does he win at WrestleMania? Because I was convinced that he was going to lose to Cody at WrestleMania before he obviously won the Chamber. And now turning heel, it kind of feels like he has to, unless they go with a storyline that he gets beaten at WrestleMania and maybe again at SummerSlam or another pay-per-view, and the only way he can win 17 is by reverting to who he used to be, which is hustle, loyalty, respect. I think that could be a good way to explore it. And, you know, I might film a fantasy booking video about where I would go. The only drawback is we're now not going to see him for a couple of weeks. Cena is flying to Africa to film a movie, so we have Raw tonight when I'm filming this, and there is no Cena, no Cody, no Rock, no one is advertised. So where do we go now? Because I feel like it's such a hot angle. You know, ESPN had this covered on Hot Take. It's been all over Twitter. To not follow up on it on the Raw after, to me, is a real shame, because I think the angle is so hot right now. You should at least have Cody, because Cody would be there 100%, but I don't think he will, sadly. So that's where I look at it, is like, what are we gonna have, you know, somebody from The Rock's team maybe try and put the segment up, or I'm sure it's going to be alluded to. You know, Punk and Rollins are both there, so I'm sure they'll make allusions to it. But that's where I struggle, is where do we go now? Because there's no Cena until March the 17th, I believe, which is when the European tour starts. What is going to change? Is he going to have a new theme? Is it going to be new gear? We don't know yet, but it is a very, very exciting build, because it feels like all of the hype that was lost for WrestleMania at the Rumble has 100% been brought back now with this Cena heel turn, and I'm very intrigued to where they go. And I still don't know whether I like this or not. I love the fact that it's unexpected and we're doing something different, but I guess we're going to have to wait and see what it means for a storyline type thing. But what I will say is fair play to WWE, John Cena, The Rock, Cody, because they have done something here that is out of the ordinary and is a challenge. Because are people going to boo Cena? I don't know. I would hope that out of respect for Cena, they do boo him, because Cena is going to want the crowd to boo him, given he's a heel. So hopefully the crowd are smart enough to know that, and boo him, not because they don't like him, but it's because what Cena wants is to be booed at this stage. And what Cena is going to want is Cody to be the most over babyface going into WrestleMania. And I think he will. Because I think the fans will get behind Cody as they did last year for The Rock. And I think they will do it again out of respect for Cena, because Cena is going to want to be booed. But is the crowd going to be smart enough? I don't know. We'll have to find out. However, the one thing for me that is concerning, like I say, is where are we going to follow up with this whilst Cena or The Rock are not around? Where is The Rock's involvement in this? Are we going to see him again? Are we going to have an occasion like last year where it is, Cody and somebody versus Cena and Rock, and that takes care of The Rock? I would love to see Cody and Roman versus John Cena and The Rock. I don't think that'll be at WrestleMania, because I don't think Roman will only do a tag match. I think he would do... If he was going to do that, he would face Rock. But I think, sadly, we've passed that now. And I think that is for next year. But I would quite like it if Roman did get involved and we got that tag match. Because with just over 6 weeks now, it does feel like a bit of a weird build with no Cena for half of it. And Cody is not advertised, apparently, for any shows until then. I'm sure he will be on them. But it really does leave you with more questions than answers. But I was absolutely stunned when I saw it. There's no script for this video, by the way. It's simply just me talking in one take. I genuinely respect the fact so much that Cena hasn't come in and gone for the 36 times. He just goes to a different city and just says, thank you, it's been great. Which would have been fine anyway. But I think that doing this is ballsy and it is fantastic, because it's set the company up for the whole year. We all knew that this year was going to be about John Cena's final year, but they have got a storyline to it, not just him chasing 17. He's actually been corrupted. And when you look at, after at the press conference, he just walked in, took the mic, dropped it. You can already see that his soul has been given to The Rock, because he looks drained. And where I would go with this, and I probably will do a fantasy booking with this later on this week, I would have Cena realise that it isn't worth it. Because does he really want to ruin his legacy simply for 17 when he could just do it the right way? But at the same time, they teased it completely perfectly. From, his entrance, he had a very just game face on. Rollins costing Punk, Cena swooping straight in but shouting sorry at the same time. I thought that was a great touch. The signs were there, and we just didn't pick up on them, which, fair play, because, they didn't tell anyone. As Triple H said in the press conference, he had to take over production. And that, to me, like they did with CM Punk's return, and that, to me, shows you just how great it is when things are kept a secret, because, like I say, nobody expected it. I was convinced that Drew was going to win the Chamber, because I'd seen a lot of reports saying that it was going towards Drew and Cody, and that made sense to me. And it was so nice to not have it spoiled. When the rundown came out, Cody and Rock was before the unsanctioned match, so it felt like there was going to be not really too much. And then they played it perfectly by having it be the main event segment, having build up that babyfaceness for Cody, of Cody saying "go fuck yourself" to The Rock, and then Cena turning heel. To me, this shows one thing, that Cody Rhodes is the man. Roman is the face of the company, but Cody is right up there with him. If anything, there's two faces now, two pillars of the company. Because in 1 year, Cody has managed to get The Rock and John Cena to turn heel to face him at WrestleMania. So all the Bloodline stands that watch this and try and say that Cody isn't a draw or whatever, shut up. Because he simply is, and they have to accept that. For once, WWE have not revolved an angle around the Bloodline, and look at the reaction it's gotten. The Bloodline story has been great, but it has run its course to a point. Now, we move on to this, and Cena and The Rock together. What is this going to set up? Could we set up, down the line, a War Games match of Cena, Rock, if they get a third man, which I would have them get a third and fourth man, being Carmelo Hayes and Logan Paul. Put them together, maybe bring someone up from NXT as well. and then have it almost be like a Team Hollywood versus Team WWE type thing, and have that be led by Cody, Roman, Punk, and see where it takes us, because I think this is a really, really exciting way that we have gotten into this company for the rest of the year, and we're just going to have to see how it unfolds. But we will be covering all of it on this channel. Make sure to like and subscribe for new videos weekly. If you want to join a new Discord server that I've created, it will be in the description. Me and my brother, Jack Patient, go watch his video on this. I'll link it in the description below. We're going to try and make a community out of this, so we'd love to hear your thoughts. We'll be back probably some point this week for another video, maybe talking about what happens on SmackDown, potentially. I will be doing a fantasy booking on how I would book Cena's last year from this point now, because, I mean, all kinds of ideas have been presented. Thank you for watching. I hope you all had a wonderful time watching the chamber. Let me know your thoughts about it down in the comment section below. What would you do with John Cena for the remainder of this year? Thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon.
Let me tell you, wanna see you fly, way up on my side, till the day I die, we're heading for the silver line. Let me tell you, wanna see you move, cause there's room for two, every day, every night, we turn up to 9-9.